Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Just keep it simple.
I'm making the promo.
Just keep it simple. Just say, hey, we're the Brav Bros. Two guys that talk about Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're the Brav Bros.
No.
Oh.
Dude, stop with the voice. Just keep it simple.
I've seen promos on TV, dude. This is how you get the fans engaged. This is how you get listeners. We're trying to get listeners here. If we just say, oh, we're two dudes that talk about Bravo, people are going to get tired of it already. We need some oomph.
All right, then fine. Let's try to do it with your voice.
Brav Bros.
Good job.
Let's hang out. Let's hang out. And let's talk about what lesbians have found. Let's hang out. And let's listen to two lesbians shout. Let's hang out. Let's hang out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Hang Out. I'm Ellie Brigida.
And I'm Lee Holmes Foster, and here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This Week in the Lesdom is a place where we can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise. And we want to let you all know that it is the week for A League of Their Own Trivia this Thursday, November 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be on Zoom. You can get your tickets at bit.ly/alottotrivia. We cannot wait to see you there.
We also want to remind you that in season 6, our current season of the podcast, we are releasing Patreon-only bonus episodes about some of the shows, movies, topics, whatever that we just don't always have time to get to on the podcast, but that people ask for all the time. And our next one is going to be coming out soon on November 28th. We are going to be talking about Mulholland Drive. You know you're going to want to hear all of our thoughts on this. So if you want to join our Patreon to get access to those bonus episodes, you can find it at bit.ly/lespatreon.
We are also hosting a Les Hangout retreat next year. We really want to hear from you to know where to go. You can fill out that survey at bit.ly/lestrip. The top 3 places right now are Greece, Ireland, and coastal Maine. So if you want to go to those places and you want to bump that up, awesome. Or if you want to go somewhere else, let us know at bit.ly/lestrip.
Listen, I just got back from vacation, and we need a queer
trip. Let's do it. I'm ready. In the Greater Les universe, Lee, have you seen this clip of Julie Bowen where she's talking about being straight?
No, but I want you to tell me about it.
Okay, so there's this clip circulating from some podcast. I think the podcast is called Quitters. Julie Bowen, who plays Claire on Modern Family, has this clip of her that says, "I'm straight. I've always been straight. One time I was in love with a woman, but she didn't love me back. She liked women, just not me. So I never really got to explore that part of my sexuality, so I'm straight."
That's not how it works. That's not how any of it works. That's not what that means, Julie Bowen.
Right, like, I'm straight, but I'm going to talk about all the lesbian thoughts that I've had. Like, incredible. So I watched that clip over and over. Like, why can I say it word for word? Because I just think the clip is hilarious. And Julie, like, whenever you're ready, like, we're here for you to process through that, you know?
We got you, boo. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
We're here. Also in the Greater Les universe, I see that there are pictures of Mae Martin and Elliot Page together.
Oh, yeah. And they look good. They look cozy. People are speculating because you know how we all do out here. And I wouldn't hate it. That's a pretty good-looking couple.
I feel like that is actually like such an iconic couple for me also because I love both of them so much. So yeah, I'm here for it. If anyone has like more information, we're here for all of the rumors and hearsay.
Let us know.
That's what's happening this week. Back to you, Ellie and Lee.
Thanks, Ellie and Lee, and welcome to our 94th installment of Should Have Been Gay.
Oh, it was fun, it was great, but it should have been a little more gay.
And in this week's episode, Ellie, your mom is so hot.
That is true.
It is true. I love your mom.
I love her. She's very hot. Almost as hot
You
as
tell
Jane
her I
Fonda.
said that too.
I will.
Okay?
I will. She'll be so happy you said that. Today we're very excited because honestly, this could be about anything because hot moms,
so true,
abound
everywhere
in Hollywood. Yes. But today we are talking about John Tucker Must Die. Super excited. And we have a very special guest with us, Rachel Scanlon of Two Dykes and a Mic. Welcome.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you guys for letting me hang out with you.
Please hit us with
exciting.
all your worst puns. Thank you.
We need them.
Yes.
I'm gonna read your bio for anyone who might not know who Rachel is, but you should and definitely listen to Two Dykes and a Mic. Rachel Scanlon is an LA-based stand-up comedian, host, writer, and podcaster from Minnesota. Ray has performed all over the country, and legend has it is the best comedian to ever live.
I've heard that legend.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
She is the co-host of the podcast and nationally touring live show, Two Dykes and a Mic, and most recently you've seen Rachel on Don't Tell Comedy, JFL, and Comedy Central. Killer bio.
Wow. That's a good bio.
The best comedian to ever live. I love... okay, I mean, as we are all very on TikTok people, I know that you know the audio that's like the gay audacity. Like, that's what we're talking about when we say that. It's like, yes, just put it in your fucking bio.
Literally, if you want to know and you want to really read the whole bio, then let's tell them how it is.
Yeah.
Let's go off.
Yeah.
Let's have some audacity out here.
I'm here for it.
I'm so here for it. And we're so excited to be here because, I mean, to have the greatest comedian to ever live on a Should Have Been Gay, like, this episode's just going to be epic.
Listen, this just feels right. Also, like, all of our, like, gay podcast experience combined will make a pretty epic episode.
Oh, yeah.
We're professionals. We're like all professionals here.
How many years of combined podcasting experience do we have between all of us? Because Leah and I have been doing it for 6 years. You've been doing it for a while,
like
too.
5, yeah. So we probably are getting close to...
So I feel like we're not going to set ourselves up for disaster at all by being like, wow, what a combined professional set of experience we have here, and then like go totally off
and
the
then
rails.
Have the worst show ever.
It's just going to be us screaming about Sophia Bush for an hour. It'll be great. Yeah.
Just like the audio didn't even work.
I have to put a little thing, and that's like, and they lost the audio. Incredible. All right, well, let's dive in. I want to hear the IMDb synopsis for this beautiful film. Lee, can you hit us with that?
I am so ready. So for anyone who hasn't picked up on the one hot mom quote that we gave you, we are here to talk about the 2006 hit cinema masterpiece, John Tucker Must Die. The IMDb synopsis, if you're not familiar with the movie, is as follows. 3 ex-girlfriends of a serial cheater set up their former lover to fall for the new girl in town so they can watch him get his heart broken.
Yeah.
That's not we've had so much worse. I
particularly like the use of the word lover in the synopsis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I think we can make it better, though.
Don't you love when high school juniors call their boyfriend their lover?
Their lover. Yeah. I love it. All right,
Hot
so let's make this thing gayer because that's why we are here. So Rachel, I'll let you do the honors of doing the first gay synopsis. So what's your gay synopsis of John Tucker Must Die? If you had to rewrite this as queer cinema.
In my opinion, this movie should be a gay teen moves to a new school, and in order to befriend the other, I'm going to call them bi cool kids in the school, she has to go deep under straight cover to trick and make the guy of the team fall in love with her in order to, get him back. You know what I'm saying? Like, revenge in the form of, but instead of, it's fake love, it's fake straight. Like, she's fully pretending to be a straight girl, which, by the way, I don't think we've seen explored in movies at all. Because most movies are like, oh no, they're gay and that's her teacher, and then they died. You know what I mean? But to see a gay person, the comedy of hot chicks. This is a weird reference, like the movie Hot Chick, the Hot Chick.
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with that film. Yes.
What's the other one where the Wayans brothers are women? That's
chicks.
it. White chicks, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
hard to get those two confused, right?
Very similar films.
It would be like that, but cosplaying as heterosexual in a high school tropey movie. That is my rewrite.
Undercover gay.
undercover gay.
Posing as a straight.
Same thing, same stuff. But then, of course, instead of her falling in love with the brother of John Tucker, it would be her and Sophia Bush riding off into a Jeep sunset situation.
Oh, yes. Yes. I forgot until watching this again that they even had that kiss scene in the Jeep. And I was like, I was that boy.
Oh, yeah.
Who's like, kiss again.
Do it again. Oh, please do it again.
Ellie's there,
boy.
like rewinding the tape.
Yeah, and
you
I was
know,
like,
just
I
play
can't
it
believe
back,
this
play
is
it back.
Sophia Bush had a time in the the 2000s.
She really
where like people would just put her in movies to be like, can you just sexually confuse everyone? Like, that's it.
Sophia Bush, because like, you know, she's a podcaster now, which is like giving like, I think there's so many inherently very sexy, beautiful things about Sophia Bush, but her voice on top of it makes her feel queer to me. And to only have access to her voice, like, that's pornographic to the queer community. Like, you got to wrap that up, Sophia Bush. It's too much.
So true.
Yeah, that is honestly harmful.
It's harmful,
like, in a
and
good way. Like, it hurts so good, but like still. Her
like character in John Tucker Must Die is just slutty. Like, they pretended that it was like she's vegan, but it was just like she was just slutty, which, by the way, like, we stan a high school slut. I mean, go for it. In my high school, my experience was much more trumpet, band, brass section forward, show choir forward, and not as like, I was like, no one's sleeping together. We're not married yet. But I guess in this particular high school,
would never.
Like, who? Jesus is there. It was a different time. But like, Sophia Bush was so overtly sensual. And this came out in 2006. I literally have memories of this movie while being at slumber parties where I was closeted with a girl. And we would watch, oh, what are we going to watch tonight in 2006? And it's like John Tucker Must Die. And that Jeep kiss that you brought up, it literally was one of those things where, like, when you know that you're gay, but no one else knows yet, that you're like, you better play it fucking cool. You had better not blink, or don't blink too much.
Don't sweat. Don't sweat.
Don't sweat. Like, don't. You're like, isn't that stupid? You're like laughing. You're like, nobody would do that though, right?
You're like, that's so crazy. And then you're like, to the person next to you, you're like, do you need a lesson, or
no? Literally, it's like, why do I want a red Jeep so bad?
Wait.
Sorry, we're getting derailed. Derailed.
Listen,
gay synopsis.
3 professional podcasters. We've made it 3 whole minutes into this episode, and we have lost track of the plot, and we're already just like, so that kiss scene, though, like I
think that is the plot, though.
That is the plot. I know
that is the plot.
But I'm gonna rein us in by sheer force of will, Ellie.
You got this.
Give me your gay synopsis.
I had more of them closeted in my thing, but okay. 3 closeted queers and a bisexual. And that bisexual is Sophia Bush. Like, I just think she's openly bi.
Yeah, I agree.
Work together to take down a man because they're queer. That's it.
Great.
Simple, but true.
I have a question about your synopsis.
Yes.
In yours, do they kind of like, when you say take down, do you mean like some type of a seance where they're like maybe sacrificing him a la Jennifer's body? Or is this like still the same?
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. I do think they take him down in a similar way, but I think witchcraft could be definitely involved in one of those slumber party sequences.
That's very cool. Yeah, light as a feather, stiff as a board. We're killing John Tucker tonight.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. They act, in my retelling, he's actually dead.
Yes.
And they have to figure out how to hide the body
crystals I
in the
charged
back
up.
of his Jeep.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Hot.
Yes.
Hot.
Slut in trunk turns into body in trunk.
Yeah. It's right there.
That's it. Lee, how about you for the gay synopsis?
Okay, here's my gay synopsis for John Tucker Must Die. This is the hill I will die on. Lonely lesbian Kate sees high school royalty and known womanizer John Tucker mistreating 3 hot girls and proceeds to try to date all of them at once herself to take down the patriarchy.
Yep.
Great. That's sold.
That's
right?
it. That's
right?
it.
Because, and not only do I love it from the perspective of like, yeah, I get it, Kate, but also I love how we're like, yeah, how dare John try to date all of these girls? But then we're like, yes, please, like, all of you kiss.
But yeah, all 4 of you can date each other. That's
just
fine.
all of you, can you just all kiss, please? Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to say too, I mean, the end of this film was ahead of its time even.
The end?
He's honest.
The end
Now
of the
he's-
film is I believe, because I just watched it, is him with two girlfriends on his arm being like, hey, Jill, meet Amanda. And then it like kind of zooms in a little bit on the girlfriend number two's face being like, oh no. Which is if like the log line is kind of like, polyamory is ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Which is like not what.
But to me, I literally was like, okay, yeah, John. Honestly, good.
Yeah.
Like, be ethically non-monogamous, John. You're doing
good for
it.
John. That's going to be one of the many scenes in this film that I have to say, like, doesn't age great, right? Because let's be real. There's like that where they're just like, oh, polyamory, how stupid.
Yes,
right? Same with like a whole bunch of the estrogen
so many other
scene,
oh,
a
right.
whole bunch of the there's where they're just like, women are so emotional and stupid, aren't they?
Right.
And you're like, okay, great.
But okay, let's talk about our experiences, particularly with this film, before we dive into how gay it is. So, Ray, you already sort of told us you watched it a bunch of sleepovers. What do you remember from your first watch, and what was different about this like most recent watch for you?
I remember thinking that this was the coolest, funniest movie that I'd seen in my mind, because also as a like closeted lesbian, I could very easily get away with being attracted to Jesse McAlfee because he's beautiful in a way that like women are. Like he's to me a beautiful man, so it was easy for me to be like, and that's why I like this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was easy to be like, because he's, even though we all know it's the Jeep kiss, we know I'm here for and forever will die with the Jeep kiss. So I remember thinking like, this was so funny because I was like, this is the next Bring It On in my mind, because it was like a kind of tropey, silly, like high school movie, but like, which by the way, I'm sure you guys have done this, but Bring It On should, if it was ever remade,
so
Missy, what are we doing here? So I was like, okay, that's what it is. And it was a sleepover movie. I remember being like deeply like, no, everyone can tell I'm gay when I'm watching this scene. I'm like, I have to close my eyes or keep them open. We weren't sure. And then this last time I watched it with my girlfriend like a week ago to prepare for this. And I was like, they really like, I found it interesting that they let him win so much. You know what I mean? Like he is our villain who needs to be taught a lesson. And even like throughout the like, we're going to teach you a lesson before our lead character realizes like that it's morally wrong to sink to his level. He's still coming around to like being somebody that we should be rooting for and liking. And then he never learns any lessons. And I was just like, I can't believe that we let him get away with everything and never learn any lessons. And then we're like, and we're out on like, I thought it was very interesting.
It's such a kick watching it this soon after Do Revenge just came out.
Yes,
because it's very, very similar.
Yes.
Right? Like it's it's so funny watching them back to back because the storyline is so similar and the pop
way that it's treated,
context of the times is so vastly different. But also I love that we just can't make a movie like this without making it gay as fuck.
Yeah.
So, I'm here for that.
Yeah. Lee, how about you? What was your experience with John Tucker?
I hadn't seen it in a really, really long time. And I'll be honest, I actually only made it halfway through on a rewatch, so I'm operating based somewhat on memory as well.
It's all good, we got you.
This must have come out, I was in college, so like I remember seeing it, but I don't think I've seen it since it came out. It's been forever.
For me, it was definitely similar to Ray in that like it was a movie that I feel like I watched a lot with my friends.
Oh, see, I just didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was like already out and I was kind of over it, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I also was like, I love this movie. And then I watched it again and I agree, like, I still like nostalgically enjoyed it, but I also was like, oh, like, it's not enough
Yeah. See, and this would have been in the heyday of like watching the L Word with my roommate and stuff. So like,
different vibe.
Yeah,
I mean, close
comparison,
with some of the interactions between these women, but like not exactly the same.
I also Brittany. Wait, Brittany Snow is the lead,
Snow's
right?
Kate. Yeah.
So, because I think we can all agree that Sophia Bush has like a queer essence to her, just in the way that she interacts with me, the viewer.
Yeah,
but also
in my dreams, she has a really gay energy.
She's got listen.
Brittany Snow is. I cannot ever see her as straight on screen. I can't.
Me neither. And they like, and that's why like. Not only should this movie, like, if they were to ever go back and redo it, like, this is a very obvious, like, group of queer women coming together to, like, take down this guy using their sensuality, their female friendship, and their kissing. You know what I mean? Like, all these things. But, like, Brittany Snow, I'm sure you guys you must have watched fucking Pitch Perfect.
Yes, you're correct.
I was just about to say, in my head, I'm like headcanoning this as like the prequel to Pitch Perfect, where Brittany Snow is like finding her queerness. Yes. And she's like, I'm so hesitant, I'm so lonely, no one ever notices me, I'm invisible. And then she's like, actually, I'm fucking gay as shit and I'm into these girls, and then I'm gonna go to college and just like ruthlessly hit on these tiny little acapella girls.
Legitimately. This is her beginning to her queer awakening, is her being like, because honestly,
story.
When it's so fun to me in movies where the queer or the girl, sometimes girl on girl kissing feels really like for dudes, like it feels like a Bud Light commercial, and you're like, oh, ugh, and they like, it's not very sensual. And then every once in a while, you'll get two straight characters kissing each other in a way that you're like, I have done that with women, and it feels very much like it is tender. Almost the characters are like in the scene, both without saying it, being like, I fucking loved that. And we got that in the Jeep kiss. And I was like, that is a queer kiss.
Brittany Snow, Kate's gay panic after that happens is unreal.
It's palpable.
It's unreal.
I feel like they want us to think it's because she's stuck in the trunk, but you're like, literally, that's the first kiss she's ever felt anything in her life.
100%.
She literally was like, wait, this is what a kiss is supposed to feel like?
Yeah.
And then a man shows up next to her and she's like, fuck.
Yes.
What do I do?
Well, and because the other thing that's funny is like, listen, we as queer people of a certain age, we have all watched a lot of movies with the gratuitous two women kissing scene. Okay, we've all done our Cruel Intentions. We've done this before.
Oh my god.
And
Cruel Intentions is the height. Like that's the blueprint, really.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: there is so little reason for her to kiss her in that scene. Like it's so unnecessary because she's like, it's all about the build-up, the anticipation. You want to leave him hanging, and then she's like, and then I'm just fucking gonna go for it. And you're like, you don't have to. But
you're right.
Yeah, like
you
did not need to go all the way.
No,
you could have literally just left when you're. But to be fair, even if she left when they were like this close, it's still gay.
It's still gay.
100%.
It's still hot. I'm still here for it. But it's like the fact that she does go for it, and that they both are so clearly into it. Is like they're not fucking around with this kiss, dude. Like,
I really don't think that the writers meant for it to feel so much like genuine excitement from these actors. But that's why I'm like, I'm not saying these characters, like the vegan and and Katie. I'm like, I think these two actors like genuinely had that moment, and we all watched Sophia Bush and Brittany Snow realized that they like kissing each other.
Something about themselves. Yeah,
because we were all it didn't need to be like that. And you're right, the kiss didn't need to happen in the story. It wasn't necessary for that like moment to happen, for it to be so like genuine, was like unbelievable. And then it's like it kind of starts to feel like, when you're closeted and you're like, would anyone dare me to go kiss Lauren? Does anyone dare me to do it? And everyone's like, you don't have to, but if you want to, I guess. Like,
how many girls do you think like tried to use this line of like your lips might just touch, like you might get like so close, and they're both like, I'm sorry, we'll just talk about this kiss for
the
an hour.
Jeep
I mean,
kiss
we
is
should.
iconic.
But it is very important.
The way that they both keep looking at each other's lips, that whole scene is just like, I'm sorry, but like baby gays felt something, okay?
Yeah.
Like
I felt something when I watched it earlier today.
Same.
You're like, it
still works. It is
Yeah,
still
it
like
is.
it's so slow and intimate, and honestly, it's fucking beautiful. It's the peak of cinema. I have no notes on that kiss. That was like, I felt it in my heart too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I was like, oh, that's more intimate than some things I've done with like some women I've dated. That kiss. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a lot.
It's incredible. It's
A lot.
incredible. But no, I agree. I absolutely cannot read Brittany Snow as straight. I just like every scene she's in this movie. I mean, it doesn't help that like the first 30 seconds of this movie is just like, here's my endless collection of button-down shirts, and you're like, I know, sweetie. I know. I see you. It's fine.
All right, well, let's really dive in on the gay of this as we are talking about the kiss, because you're correct. Like, I feel like every single one of those three main characters is gay in their own unique way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're like all the gay stereotypes.
Like,
They're
yes,
like all
almost
of them.
crazy.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, okay, so we have the overachiever gay. We have the head cheerleader who like thinks she's supposed to date the captain of the basketball team, but like she clearly doesn't care about him at all.
It's classic, but I'm a cheerleader.
Yes. And then you have Sophia freaking Bush, who is just her bra
Lesbian
is made of
trope.
100% hemp. Are you kidding?
The vegan.
I think that was another way to say gay at the time, right? Like,
Yeah.
where I have
Vegan.
I think that's what it was. I feel like back in 2006, like if you were to ask like a regular straight person, like two things that they know about gay people, they'd be like, they are vegetarian and listen to Tegan and Sarah. Like that was all that nobody knew about like actual lesbian culture
The straights
at all.
did not know about Tegan and Sarah. Come on. They would have been like Melissa Etheridge.
Yes.
Melissa.
Yes. Like that's all that we had for straight people knowledge, and the fact that they put that in on their like second or third top billed actor in that movie, I was like, this is queer coding. And then with the kiss on top, it's like, what are we doing? I was like, well, are they just doing this? Are they Taylor Swifting me right now? Is this like for us? And they're just gonna
listen on this week of all weeks. Come on.
Oh God, I know.
It's been a lot. No, but I agree, and I also think it's funny that you have like your main character. They set up this whole thing where it's like, I'm invisible, no one ever remembers me, and I never had any close friendships and all that stuff. And it's like, I get it, but I also feel like so many tiny gays had that experience of being like, I never knew how to get close to people because I always felt weird and different somehow, and I don't really know how. And then she like forms this bond with these three girls, and she's just like, yes, I'll date me. Why are you all dating this asshole? All date me. Like, look at how much better I am. Look at my button-down shirts. Look at me. Here I am. Someone thinks I'm cute. Do you all think I'm cute? You kissed me. What the fuck is happening inside of my body right now? Like,
well, and I think it's like
awakening.
The way that John Tucker falls for Kate is one of the I am somebody who has never been with men, and like I really only know like bad examples of heterosexuality from movies like this and reality TV. And I'm like, so you're telling me this guy, they have zero conversations with each other. They're not like connecting. He doesn't know anything about her, and she's lying to him about everything. In fact, she's saying nothing to him on purpose. She's purposefully not saying words to him, and he's falling head over heels in love with her. And I'm like, heterosexuality is a myth. It is a lie. And it's like not this thing of like, oh, she found love. It's like she found fake, like straight baloney. And the actual connecting comes from the relationship she has with her like females around her.
With her females.
Her females. Go off, girls. Go, girls.
But it is true. Like, any of the male relationships in Kate's life, first of all, any example she's ever had from her mother is like, men suck. They all leave. They're horrible. Then she has like this flirtation with John Tucker's brother. That's like really the only like slightly meaningful relationship with her and a man. But also I'm like, still don't get it.
Also, he is what lesbians are now. Like,
yes.
The way that he is, I also have the same haircut as him right now, accidentally. I realized that as I was watching the movie. And, like, everything that he is, the, like, kind, loves music, probably listening to Tegan and Sarah, like, that is a lesbian.
Elvis Costello.
Oh, my God.
Feel like that's like, I don't know if that's a lesbian thing, but, like, it's sure not straight.
It sure ain't straight, I'll tell you that.
Like, feels a little, I don't even know. But yeah, like, we barely get to explore that relationship. We just get, like, some uncomfortable flirting. And then John knows literally nothing about her.
Not a single thing.
And the only reason he wants to be with her is because she doesn't want him. And gets over her in what? A day. Even when he is like, I'm in love with you, be my girlfriend, here's my watch. First of all, so, like, patriarchal, like, I own you now. On the stage at his birthday party, there's 2, like, strippers who come out of the cake.
Oh.
And he's like, yeah. Oh, hey, Kate.
It was the birthday party was insane.
What is happening? Everything.
He wins
everything
way
about her
too much.
With men is just, like,
non-existent.
Does not matter. And yet, when you think about what she's really like, can we talk about all of those sleepovers?
Yes. Please.
So,
you mean the sleepovers where they're, like, lying in bed together, feeding each other chocolate? Yeah, let's talk about it. Please.
The amount of sleepovers was too much.
But also, like, just right for a gay film.
Oh, it's too much for heterosexuality.
Yeah. Like,
gosh, Ellie, it's been too long since we hung out in bed and I fed you chocolate together. Like, why haven't we done that recently?
Also, I'm pretty sure that's a twin bed. And there's 4 of them in it. There's 4.
There's not enough bed for 4.
Like, I feel like in other teen movies, they try to pretend like they'll put 2 girls on the bed and, like, 2 sitting down on the floor. You know what I mean? Like, these girls are, like, in a square.
Yeah. They're on top of each other.
Like, head to crotch to head to crotch to chocolate to face. Like, that's it.
They're centipeding each other on this twin-size bed.
Literally doing that. That is not an exaggeration. That was the first time that they were like, oh, we're in love. But then they kept doing it. Like, there's a sleepover where they're playing video games. I'm sorry, but is that not a thing, like, that straight women don't play video games, or am I wrong?
I feel like straight women, if they do, they're not all playing together in a slumber party on a twin-size bed. Like, it feels all... Like, do you know when you're, like, first coming out and you realize that you would do anything for women? Like, you live and breathe and die for women. They ask you to do it. You say, how high we're fucking going. Because you've just,
they make you climb on top of a tower of other women, and you're like, yeah, sure. Right. Why the fuck not?
That's what we're seeing. Like, she's starting to realize, she's like, okay, they want me to pretend to, like, get this guy, but she's doing it not because she, like, wants to, like, gain popularity or, like, make this guy. She doesn't have any stake in it. All she has is wanting to please women, which is the gayest thing you can do. Like, everything you do. I mean, like, you know what it's like. You're like, I don't know, I'm vegan, and now I decided to try cryotherapy because this hot girl named Jennifer asked me to do it. Next thing you know, you're like, I guess I'm writing poetry and doing her laundry. I don't know. Like, that is a queer experience.
And
I guess I'm joining the cheer team now because my girlfriend Ashanti
asked me
is the head cheerleader.
And I would do anything for Ashanti.
Who wouldn't? Who amongst us would not? But also on the flip side of that, because I'm sorry, Kate to me reads gay from the get-go, like, just
so
straight
gay.
out the gate, so gay. Where she's like, "Bye, hockey girls. Why didn't you notice me?"
Oh my god,
like,
the hockey girls just leaving
out
too.
the back seat, out the back of the car. So she's gay from the get-go. But what I also love in movies like this is when you get all of the, like, okay, so now you have these 3 ostensibly straight girls who are like, I'm just so into John Tucker and, like, all this stuff, who then pivot into being, like, aggressively involved with the fake, like, here's how we're gonna make you hot for him, here's how you should kiss him, here's what you should say to him. Oh my god, yeah, do that, that's hot. I want to watch you do. I'm gonna be in the bushes, like, watching you. I want to film you. I want to look at your face while you're talking to him.
When
like,
their camera breaks, they literally get a boat to follow them because they can't
Like,
see what's going on.
The aggressive pivot from like, I'm into this man to like, I'm into you dating for no particular reason. And you're just like, okay, ladies.
Listen, there's nothing gayer than the closeness of straight girls. Like, that is so gay. The obsession, they're involved in each other's lives, the intimacy, the like, even straight girls not in this movie literally will take nudes and send them to each other and be like, should I give this to Bradley later? Like, that is crazy gay. That is crazy. Like, I know straight girls that have more nudes on their phone of other women than I do. Like, it's too much.
I remember when I was quote unquote straight, closeted lesbian, my friends would ask me to take nudes of them for their boyfriends.
Oh my God.
And I did it. And I was like, like, this is a thing for me, but yep. Oh, great pose. Yep. Okay, let's move you a little bit here. Like,
okay.
So
crazy. But this is what I'm saying. When you reach the point where there's 3 of you watching your friends strip on camera, there's something
they loved it
to examine there. Like,
right.
Maybe a little something to think about.
I think it's like exploration. You know what I mean? This is just how you get.
What's gotten you here? Where are you now? Actually, what's happening?
How did we get here, kids?
You need the like, that's me. Like, how did I get here? You're probably asking yourself. Yeah, it's that, right? Like, that's the moment you need to have when you're in a hotel room watching one of you, like, you know, strip down to your lingerie.
Yeah.
Like, just
that
for funsies. Just like a regular Friday night with the girl. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. And as we head into Thanksgiving time, I want to start by thanking my wife, Kelsey, who has not only listened to just about every episode of this podcast for 8 seasons now, but who also is the only reason I'm able to make time to record it every week. She takes the kids, gets them dinner, and gets them ready for bed, just so that Ellie and I can come on and yell about gay things into each other's faces for an hour. So here's a reminder to send some thanks to the people you're grateful for in your life, including yourself. I've been in therapy for a long time now, and one thing that's so important about therapy is how it teaches you to be more intentional. And being intentional about gratitude and how to show that to the people you appreciate is just one of the many benefits that I've gotten from therapy over the years. If you've been thinking of starting therapy, consider giving BetterHelp a try. I know how hard it can be to find time for regular therapy, and BetterHelp is designed to be flexible and convenient for your schedule. You can fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. If you want to start being more intentional about gratitude in your life, visit betterhelp.com/letshangout today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/letshangout.
Let's hang out.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help you find options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states. For many businesses, the holiday season can be both an exciting and stressful time. With so many balls in the air, one thing you definitely want to know you can rely on is how you're selling your products. And with Shopify, you can rest easy knowing it's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. And when it comes to successful brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, an often overlooked secret is all the things that go on behind the scenes that make selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, if you take a peek behind that curtain, you'll see that Shopify is what makes it all possible. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, so that's more happy customers and way more sales going. It's true all the time, but especially this time of year, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use for Realm merch with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm. all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm. For many businesses, the holiday season can be both an exciting and stressful time. With so many balls in the air, one thing you definitely want to know you can rely on is how you're selling your products. And with Shopify, you can rest easy knowing it's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. And when it comes to successful brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, an often overlooked secret is all the things that go on behind the scenes that make selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, if you take a peek behind that curtain, you'll see that Shopify is what makes it all possible. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, so that's more happy customers and way more sales going. It's true all the time, but especially this time of year, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use for Realm merch with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
You know?
Their reactions when she comes out and shows them what's underneath her robe, one of them literally says, "You should wear underwear to school."
Literally, they're drooling.
Not a straight reaction.
They're drooling over each other. Also, I literally was like, I gotta get some red panties. I was like, holy fuck. Leave it to me to see that and be like, I can do that.
Hot. Yeah, do it. Do it.
I was like, I gotta get the mask version of that immediately.
I hear it's those Target tank tops. That's what I've seen, right?
Yes, it is. And it is. I just need it in red.
Red with like some cute little boxers. We got you. We got
Done
you.
And dusted. It would also double as my swimsuit. Thank goodness.
Okay, and if you need Ellie and I to sit in a hotel room bed and feed each other chocolate and like swoon over you while you do it, like we're on call.
Let's do it.
Okay?
I do. I actually do. Thank you.
It's fine. Just normal girl stuff.
Yeah, classic straight gals being straight gals.
We're here for the girls, okay?
Can you imagine? I guess like at a certain point that is just like women with each other. I'm like trying to think about it. I'm like, I feel like some of my gay friends, we do weird shit like that too, but like we'll like all go skinny dipping together. But like, I don't know.
Okay, no.
Is it?
No, sorry. No. Here's the thing. I feel like when you do that with your group of gay friends, it is because we as queer people have all accepted and bought into the absolute ridiculousness and like very, very gay tinge to all of that. And you're like, yeah, but it's fine because we're all fucking gay.
Yeah, like, so we can be
it's okay.
like, yes, like great tits. And
yes.
Like, that's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel like it's different when straight girls are like, I just want to watch you in lingerie, like
yeah, like
for,
but
for your boyfriend
that it's
though.
Straight, yeah,
like
yeah,
for
yeah.
your boyfriend. I'm just gonna teach you how to kiss, but like for your boyfriend though, not for me. Does nothing for me,
right?
Like, no, just admit it. You like them in the
just
lingerie,
admit
it's
that
fine.
it does something for you. That's
yes.
All. Or like when straight girls are like, yeah, like everyone would sleep with a woman though, like wouldn't you? Like that's just a thing that like anyone would do, and you're like, yes. Anyone would do that if they were gay.
Anyone like, of a certain persuasion might be into that.
Or like, I love you too when I was in the closet and I was like, women are just prettier than men, but like, it's okay. Like, I still, I'm still straight. Like, I'm still gonna have my boyfriend. But like, I can acknowledge that like, Steve isn't as hot as my friend Megan. And then it's like, okay, there's something going on there.
Listen, like, still in our fucking 30s, like, the number of straight girls I know who are just like, I'm so attracted to men. Not like penises, those are gross. But, very attracted to men. And you're like, honey.
Right. They don't know, listen. I think, how it sounds.
No.
And because we've all said those things when we were closeted, we always note it when we're like, I fucking said that. And then we all know where this road goes. When they're like, well, of course, like, I know so many straight people that are like, straight girls specifically, that literally will say like, well, we would all sleep with like, we all slept with a few women, right? And I'm like, actually, not everyone has. Not everyone has done that, but
just
now
like
I
a
know
handful,
that you have.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
Just
we're
like a
learning.
handful or two. Sure, everyone's got that. Yeah.
Right. It's like, I don't know, but
And
you're right.
yeah.
There's safety when it's all open. Everyone's like openly queer, and then you're able to be like more kind of like, I feel like more authentic and actual with like your experiences with each other and like being more comfortable with people's bodies. But it's weird when they're supposed to all be straight and they're not saying what's happening, but they're being so fucking gay. I'm like, we gotta look within.
I feel like I just want to do a quick PSA because I know we love to address our straight listeners as though we have any 6 seasons into this show. But listen,
LOL.
dear straight listeners,
Yeah.
If you, a straight woman, have slept with more women than I have, like maybe you might be just like a little.
You might be a lesbian.
A little bit gay and under there somewhere. Okay, like I just
like
want
a
you
little.
to
Yeah,
self-examine, self-reflect, just a tiny bit. Okay,
that's okay.
Anyways,
But I feel like that, to bring it back to John Tucker Must Die, that is Sophia Bush's character. Like,
Yeah.
she would be like, yeah, like when she's like, yeah, I was just so sad I couldn't even enjoy the breakup sex. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? Like, she would be like, yeah, you know, like we've all slept with everyone in the poetry club, right?
Right. Her line would be like, I just took my veganism to the next step. No more man meat. And everyone would be like,
yes. And everyone would be like, okay.
And she's like, you know what I mean? But I guess clams don't count. Like, that's what she would do.
She would.
Yeah.
She would be the early aughts kind of lesbian to call herself like a pescatarian and mean that she's dating women. Yeah, sure.
Yes. I also like,
I hear you.
This is a bit of a sidestep, so if we don't want to go down this road, you let me know. But I do believe that there is a queer awakening storyline in the making for the mom.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's the amount of men that she rolls through. It's only a matter of time until one of those men are like, and here's Linda. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, maybe that is why she can't continue a relationship. Like, she says to her daughter, like, you know, I can do whatever I want and whatever. But like, I also feel like we don't get to know that much about like how those relationships broke down.
Right.
Yeah.
Like these men leave.
We just know she picks the wrong men over and over and over again. Self-sabotaging.
And like maybe she's picking these men on purpose.
I'm getting strong femme top energy from the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she would break a like 5'1" butch lesbian into 1,000 pieces. You know what I mean?
Hey, dude, she does yoga lattes. I bet she could.
Yes,
you know?
those yoga latte girls will hurt you.
Yeah,
you would know. But no, wait. There's a part at the beginning where there's those guys who keep coming through, right? And they're like, I'm gonna be like, or was it like, I'm gonna be your new dad or something?
Yes, yeah.
Like every single one of them, and then like it's like goes like fast, and like one in the middle is like, I'm gonna be your new mom. And
that would be amazing.
Yeah,
and they just throw it in there.
Yep.
Like, also I can see that where she still picks the wrong people, but she's like queer, bi, and,
right?
Like, we don't even like in today's version of this, they would
Absolutely
throw some women in there,
Yep,
and just be like, she's always had failed relationships, and like just throw a bunch of random women and men in there, and you're just like, yes,
got it.
I see this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to try to talk about one more thing, just because I know we want to keep on time, and I super want to talk about one of the things that we haven't touched on yet, but that I think is one of the gayest parts of this movie to me, because we can talk about all the specific like personality things about all of these girls that make them super gay and how they act with each other that's super gay. One of the things that we haven't talked about yet that I think is really important is how many of their plans around John seem to involve feminizing him. Because I love that all of their revenge plans are like, let's get him on estrogen and let's put him in like some sexy like thong lingerie, and I'm just like, girls, is there something we'd like to talk about here that like maybe you're not seeing for yourself?
It's so fascinating that what they would turn him into would be like a woman. I mean, that is fascinating that they're like, let's do that. But
exactly.
It's sad that the what they're saying is like, there's nothing more humiliating than being a woman.
Well, and that's in the way that I think some of the things in this film do not age well, because and obviously there's like just baked in misogyny to all of it. Sometimes baked in like also anti-transness bordering on, and like, I mean, there's a lot of it that does not hold up for sure. I just think it's interesting if you ignore the fact that they're doing it to humiliate him.
Then it's
weird
like
that they're so into turning this guy into a woman. That's all. I just think we should, just throw that in the mix of like some of the gay things in this film. They're just like, yeah, put him in a thong, put him in some like lace,
right? Which is so interesting of all the things to do. And then but this is, it's so everything works out for John Tucker every time, and it is just like hard to watch the last time around because even like all of this stuff. And now it's, oh my God, he's like, I fucking hate John Tucker.
I know. I mean, I think that's sort of the point, but I agree. It's like, then the movie's trying to be like, but like, don't worry, man. Like, things still work out for your hero.
Right.
And you're just like,
they had to coddle
don't worry.
So much. Like, so much coddling of like making sure that if a man were to watch this movie, that they would be like, and we're still on top. Bitch, like it's so like it's tough because it's so much more fun to watch like women finding this like connection with each other, getting a plan and taking someone down, whether that's a guy, a girl, a whomever, like this like camaraderie of like completion of the task. But instead the task kept getting to be uncompleted intentionally to coddle men was like, woof.
Mm-hmm.
Tough.
Yeah, even the inherent homoeroticism of a bunch of dudes wanting to play basketball in their thongs together isn't quite enough to outweigh that for me,
I know. No. It was enough because I felt like he was actually uncomfortable as an actor. His scene, if you watch it, his scene about like, he has got this big speech about like, oh, thongs? They cuddle your best friends.
The best, the way that he said best friend in a silk hammock.
Oh, I wanted to vom because I felt like I was just like, this is not, because like it would have been actually very fun. Like it's fun in the idea to have a whole basketball team of men in thongs. But his speech, I was like, I had such a hard time with him doing it that I was like, let's just cut to the montage. I can't watch this anymore.
Yes. Well, I also feel like there's like a Regina George-ness of it, which also Mean Girls came out before this, right? But I also do feel like there is like inherently a misogyny in this film because because Mean Girls, Regina George does like lose her status.
Oh, and she gets hit by a bus. Like we watch her fully like come down to earth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
In a way that John Tucker never had to do. Not once.
Never. Like, you want to see him actually hit rock bottom.
For sure. I want to see him get hit by a bus or a Jeep, a red Jeep. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Hit by the Jeep because
they were kissing.
I'm like, Sophia Bush is giving her road ed and she can't handle it.
That would be, that's actually the perfect rewrite to the ending is that they're just like, that's the only way.
Perfect. But yeah, like that is, right? Like, why do we get this villain who never gets taken down? Like, I don't feel like we get the emotional release that you want. Like, I want these four women to actually take him down, and you can still have the moment where Kate is like, I feel bad about this.
Mm-hmm.
But
John Tucker gets to just live another, you know what I mean, John Tucker life and just move on. And it just be like, oh, there's bad guys win. And then sometimes there's good guys who listen to Elvis Costello.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. And who literally are just like a lesbian in disguise.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
So gay. Also, I'm like, there's a lot of gay shit in here, but I want to talk a little bit about, who is it? Carrie and Heather. Because we've talked a lot about Beth, which is Sophia Bush's character.
Because, of course.
But I also feel like we have Carrie who, like, she's the one who starts getting too obsessed, right? The first thing was like, we're going to fuck with this guy and take him down. And then they're like, wait, you've been filming this the whole time? Like, it was never the plan to film it. Like,
she just did that on her own.
Like, she went too far. She was like, no, it's not enough for me to, like, know that this is happening. Like, I need to watch it. And I'm like, that's inherently, like, some lesbian kinky shit. She's like, look, I filmed it.
Okay, also, sorry, I know I always go so hard on the clothes, but I just would like to point out that, like, Carrie starts out the movie in, like, her cute little popular girl outfits, and then after the breakup, like, she also really switches to a lot of, like, polos, button-downs, we got some popped collars happening, like, I'm just saying, there's some changes.
I watched that movie, and about 43 minutes in, I was like, I have to Google if that is Katherine Heigl or not.
Oh, yeah. She's just another blonde actress that looks
She's
like
just
her.
a different blonde woman.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta work on that.
I had very recently thought that this woman who plays the mother in First Kill was the same person who played the mother, Serena Vander whatever.
Elizabeth Mitchell.
Okay, I thought Elizabeth Mitchell was this other blonde woman
who plays a different mom.
Who played a different mom in Gossip Girl. And
oh yeah, you got called out for that on our TikTok too.
It really
people love correcting your mistakes, Ellie.
I know, it's okay. I'm like, you know what? It is hard trying to make one TikTok every single day. All right, I get tired and I'm doing my best.
100%. And you know what? Take the engagements. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let
I'm
interact.
like literally keep posting.
No, honestly, we had one that went so big because you messed up Marvel.
Because I fucked
DC.
up Wonder Woman. Yeah, it was so good.
And like they were so mad. People were so mad.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, right.
Keep queer people on the internet just a little bit mad.
Yeah, just like a tiny bit pissed, but like not too pissed. Yeah. But yeah, so we have Carrie, who's super gay. We have Heather, head cheerleader, but I'm a cheerleader vibes. And then we have the rest of them, which is like so gay. Who are we shipping out of all of these people? So
all
like
of them.
who would
all
you
of
like
them
to be together? Lee, you're all for
all
what do
four
you
of
even
them.
call this? A quadruple?
Yeah. I ship them all. Don't ask me to name it. I don't even know how to do that. I want them all to date. That's all. Just all of you kiss together, please. Thanks.
Yeah. If I were to have to split them up into couples, for me, it would be Beth and Kate. Because that kiss, obviously, in the Jeep.
And what's their ship name?
Bait. Because they love to queer bait
Damn
us. Hey.
You know what? I've got a spicy one that I think, because obviously I am on board with both of your answers, but I would, for fun, I would put like dream scenario. I'd put Beth and Lori and call it Blory, and make them like they're like the missing half to each other in like a fun, sexy way to me that I could see lasting a very long time.
I'm here for it.
Interesting.
Once she graduates.
Plus, like how hot your friends' moms are in high school, and you're just like, hey, Mrs. Hamilton, thanks for the OJ. Like, that is very fun to me.
This sounds like referencing nothing in particular from your own life.
Right. No. This is totally fabricated.
Yeah.
Mrs. Hamilton, if you're listening.
If you're listening, you're hot as fuck. And that orange juice had way too much sugar in it.
Stacey's mom has got
it's very Stacey's mom vibes.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I also would probably put Carrie and Heather together as well. Because I also do feel like the two of them have a little thing going on where like Carrie likes to correct Heather for some shit, but then like at the same time she's like sort of winking at her.
Yeah. Well, and they both have that overachieving thing, just in different ways. Yeah. And I feel like that always, you can respect that in each other. So yeah,
for sure. All right, we're gonna head into our Q and Gay.
Q and Gay.
Question number 1. Which of the girls is the gayest? A. Carrie, B. Heather, C. Beth, or D. Kate?
I'm gonna go Beth.
There's no wrong answers here.
Thank God, but that one is right for sure.
That one's correct.
Okay. Question 2. What is the worst thing the girls do to John? Out of A, estrogen pills, B, the herpes commercial, C, break his heart, or D, the thong song?
I guess I'm gonna go with heartbreak because it's true feelings involved.
All right.
So real.
Question number 3. What straight, and straight is in quotation marks, girl on girl kiss was your gay awakening? A, John Tucker Must Die, B, Cruel Intentions, C, Black Swan, or D, Jennifer's Body?
Sorry, I really saw all of them. And
just a lot happened.
And it was also, also really fast too. So it was like bam, 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 bam. It's like a really fast montage.
It's like being shocked by your bra cam. You were just like having some things going on. It was fine.
Fuck! this is, I mean, you're going to make me pick, but it's going to have to go to Jennifer's Body. That was also Megan Fox is queer. And I then used that DVD to lure a ton of dates into my dorm room in 2013. And it worked.
Nice. Okay, question 4. What was your high school persona out of A, vegan activist, B, cheerleader, C, school journalist, or D, invisible?
I would go journalist. Big time.
Were you like AV club?
We had a school news program, and I was one of the anchors on it. You better believe I was.
Too. Oh my god, you and I were so cool. We are.
Look at us now,
broadcast journal. Yeah, doing hard-hitting journalism here.
Yes,
incredible. All right, question number 5. What was their best group date? A, chocolate in bed. B, boat ride. C, filming their revenge videos. Or D, the hotel room.
I really am here for the boat ride because a water feature is very romantic. It's very kiss the girl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Also, we still have no clue how they got back.
No
clue. They had no service.
No service. The motor fell fully into the water. I mean, they must have
slept there together and huddled for warmth, I think.
Must have.
I think.
Someone write us this fan fiction if you haven't already.
Like that might happen. Yeah.
Hot.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh. Ray, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was so much fun.
Thank you for having me. I had the best time. This was so much fun. Thank you guys.
Tell our listeners, where can they find you? Where can they find all your stuff?
You can find me at Rachel Safety, RachelSafety. That's where you can see where I perform all over. And if you want to listen to my podcast, it's called Two Dykes and a Mic. I host it with Mackenzie Goodwin. It's incredibly fun and gay. So check out all that stuff. It's the best.
Yes. And we can all agree that John Tucker should have been gay.
Should have been gay.
100%.
Should have been gay.
1000%.
So gay.
Let me hear you say hip, 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 we're gay.
We love hearing from all of you. We love continuing to build this community, so we just like to shout out some of our favorite things every episode. And this episode, we want to start by shouting out A on Instagram, who DM'd us. We had a bunch of people who responded to our what are your emotional comfort chips, specifically responding to our Talder posts, but we just wanted to shout out A because they had said something super nice, which is just that they love the podcast and said it's always kind and funny and so curious and so gay.
That's everything we've always hoped to be.
You really nailed it, and it just made us super happy to read. So thanks, A. We liked it. It made us happy.
We'd also like to shout out Caitlin, who sent us an email saying that Elaine from Seinfeld should have been gay, and I
cannot with this. I'm so here for it.
Don't you love Seinfeld? Isn't that one of your favorite shows?
It's not. I've barely watched any Seinfeld, and that's what's so funny to me is that I'm just the things I know about Elaine's character, I'm just yes, sold. Do it.
I'm here for it.
If someone is a Seinfeld expert though and wants to come and talk to us about this, please hit us up.
I've seen a bunch of Seinfeld, but not actively. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whenever it's on the TV, I'm okay.
Yeah.
As always, we want to thank our Lesbian Jesus patrons, Mark Foster,
Tanya Ferguson,
Jacqueline Rosnashino,
Sarah and Julia,
Alana Rosen,
Lizette Stye,
Adi Benitez,
and Fiona W.
And our King Princess patrons, Amy and Ellen,
Julia Gonzalez,
Leah Henley,
and Andrea Doucette. Thank you all so much. We could not keep making this podcast without your support and the support of all of our patrons.
Remember, you can also find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at Let's Hang Out Pod.
You can email us at letshangoutpod@gmail.com.
Or you can check out our website at letshangoutpod.com.
Whatever app you use for podcasts, make sure you subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes as soon as they go up every week.
We're also posting videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe at youtube.com/letshangoutpod to catch them.
Let's Hang Out is an independently produced podcast. It's hosted by us, with audio production by Ellie. Our production assistant is Krista Mearson, and various other things are done by me.
If you want to support our very queer and very independent podcast, you can rate and review us on iTunes. We love hearing what you have to say.
If you want to support us financially, the easiest way to do that is to join our Patreon. You get access to our Patreon-only Discord, where we have so many different things that we chat about. You get ad-free episodes. You can join our Les Centrals watch parties, and you'll also get our bonus Patreon-only episodes that we're releasing now. You can find that at bit.ly/lespatreon.
If you want to get some Let's Hang Out merch, it is the perfect time to get a holiday gift for the gay in your life at bit.ly/lessshop. We have all kinds of queer holiday sweaters, which I love. I have like 3 of them, so you should definitely check it out. bit.ly/lessshop.
Remember, we also have a queer production company making queer podcast musicals with guaranteed happy endings that you can find everywhere at Dollar Bean Prod.
Or at our website, dollarbeanproductions.com.
And you can listen to all of the episodes of our first show, The Flame, on any podcasting app.
And if you want to help support us in making more musicals, you can join our Patreon at bit.ly/dollarbeanpatreon.
If you want to follow us individually, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at LSH Foster.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Ellie Brigida. With that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lee. And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
Buffet brawlers, glory holes gone wrong, cannibalistic castration cabins, public poopers? These are just a few of the crazy topics you'll hear covered on Excuse Me, That's Illegal, the pettiest podcast around. Whether you need a break from all that murdery true crime stuff, or just enjoy hearing hilarious stories told in a unique way, I got what you need. I'm Leroy Luna, your fearless host/chauffeur. So come hop in my minivan and let's go for a ride. I promise you probably won't be disappointed. Excuse Me, That's Illegal is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, basically everywhere you consume podcasts, with new episodes dropping on the 10th, 20th, and 30th of the month, baby!